Hello, you're watching News Mongolia on MNB World. I'm your host, Suzanne Noktai. For our top stories, 1,115 more confirmed cases, 7 additional deaths reported. Gastrointestinal emergency calls are surging. Judoka Tsogtbaatar won a bronze medal at the Olympic Games. For other news, stay tuned. The Ministry of Health reported that 1,115 new COVID-19 cases were confirmed nationwide in the past 24 hours. The total number of coronavirus cases in Mongolia is now 159,101, and 7 more people have died.
As of today, 1,115 new cases were confirmed nationwide, bringing the total number of COVID-19 cases in Mongolia to 159,101. Within the past 24 hours, 2,233 more patients have recovered. Unfortunately, 7 more patients died due to COVID-19 complications. Out of today's cases, 357 cases were confirmed in Ulaanbaatar and 758 were confirmed in the provinces. As of today, 10,556 COVID-19 patients are being treated at hospitals. Out of them, 166 are in critical condition. Additionally, 11,129 people with mild symptoms are being treated at home.
The western and central regions of Mongolia are experiencing a high number of travelers this summer. Rangers confess that they can't keep up with the cleaning process due to poor litter management across the state.
Sources say domestic travel profits are around 800 billion Mongolian tugruks annually, but there is no standard budget for cleaning up the litter.
This year, the special protected areas are packed with domestic tourists. According to 2020 statistics, around 1,700 tons of garbage was collected from the special protected areas. The budget for cleaning up was around 17 to 18 million MNT.
In Arhanga province, around 20,000 travelers visited during the 9-day Naram holiday, and 2 tons of litter was removed daily. Local administrator says that even though rangers worked at maximum capacity, they couldn't keep up with the cleaning. In Hufsgut province, around 30,000 domestic travelers were counted. Around 1 ton of litter was polluting the Hufsgut lake shore daily. Rangers gathered 35 tons of garbage after the public holiday. If the poor litter management continues, it will harm the travel industry. People in the travel sector say parts of the profits gained by the tourism sector must be used for litter cleanup and removal.
At this time of the summer holiday, gastrointestinal emergency calls are surging among the public. The most common case is the combination of fatty food and cold water, which upsets the pancreas.
The Capital Emergency Center normally received 800 to 1,000 calls a day, but these days the number has increased to about 1,200.
It is advisable to avoid eating fried food with alcohol. The proper diet is about eating small amounts through the day. But people have a big heavy meal and it gives a shock to the digestive system.
The organ that is severely hurt from an improper diet is the pancreas. The pancreas is located near the stomach and is essential for digestion. By consuming cold water or alcohol right after a fatty meal upsets the pancreas. Sources say the patients suffering from the pancreas disorder are getting younger.
These days, young people consume large amounts of alcohol. It causes suffering to pancreas and many have to undergo pancreas surgery. Especially, a cold drink after a meal causes a strong chemical reaction in pancreas.
Severe upper abdominal pain is one of the symptoms of pancreatic pain. The serious complication will affect other organs as well as can lead to diabetes. Officials say the death rate related to pancreas disease in the range of 15 to 50%. It is becoming a concern that the patients are becoming younger year by year.
Domestic travel is booming and pollution is becoming a main concern. Locals in Gastrointestinal province are protecting natural attraction sites by their own efforts.
Herder woman Dolgorchao lives in the Sharaksum of Govalte province. Last year, domestic travel was non-existent due to the pandemic lockdown. This year, she is seeing an exploding number of local tourists in her region. In Govalte province, Talin Hurkhre, or waterfall in the steppe, is one of the main natural attraction sites. This 5 meters waterfall became an official tourist destination in 2015. Since then, locals took the initiative to protect the natural site and guide the visitors by themselves. At the waterfall, locals built a stairwell of 108 steps by collaborating with their local administration. Ava or sacred stone heaps have also been built to mark the sacred nature of the land. Mrs. Dolgorchao is one of a group of active wildlife preservers.
This waterfall is a unique natural formation. It is regarded as sacred and has healing benefits. People come here to cure illnesses such as headache, rheumatism, high blood pressure, bone issues, and allergies.
The Talin Hurkhre Natural Attraction Site is located in one of 33 distinct Gov desert areas in Mongolia. The waterfall is unique because it produces warm and hot water.
And here's the currency exchange rates provided by Bank. Now let's pay attention to Mongolia's current affairs.
During his visit, he met with His Majesty the Emperor of Japan and with the Prime Minister of Japan, Suga. Prime Minister Oyurten attended the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games and was accompanied by the Secretary General of the ruling Liberal Democratic Party of Japan, Nikai, Chairman of the Japan-Mongolia Friendship Group in the House of Representatives, Hayashi, and members of the Japanese parliament. He also had a meeting with the leadership of Japan's NCCD to discuss current issues and bilateral cooperation. According to the schedule, Prime Minister Oyurten will stop over in South Korea on the way back and hold a working meeting with the Prime Minister of South Korea, Kim Bu-gyeom. The prime ministers of the two countries will exchange views on the management of the pandemic response, procedures for the movement of citizens, bilateral relations, cooperation, and ongoing projects and programs. Colonel General Wei Fenghe, member of the State Council and Minister of Defense of the People's Republic of China, paid an official visit to Mongolia on July 26th. During his visit, the Minister of Defense of the People's Republic of China met with the Speaker of the State Great Khural, Zandashatar, and the Minister of Defense, Sayhanbayr. Member of the government and the Mongolian Minister of Defense and his Chinese counterpart discussed issues of cooperation in the field of defense, international and regional security, and exchanged views. The two ministers also emphasized the importance of strengthening the comprehensive strategic partnership between Mongolia and China in the field of defense and noted that, as the pandemic situation slowly improves, military visits, exchanges of views, security consultations, and personal exchanges at all levels of collaborations, such as training exchanges and joint field exercises, will continue to take place. The Mongolian Minister of Defense noted that the visit of Colonel General Wei Fenghe to Mongolia is a sign of achieving a high level of bilateral relations and cooperation in the field of defense, and stressed that this will be an important impetus for the transition of defense relations to a new level.
Today, we're highlighting a story of a man who resigned from his high-paying job to settle in the countryside. He established a herders cooperative in the region and turning livestock products into valuable assets.
Jambal Dorj is a manufacturing technician. He used to work at a gold mining company. Even though his salary was high, he chose to live in the countryside where he was born. In the region, he established a herders cooperative called Green Gold of Herders. As its name suggests, his community aims to turn their everyday livestock products into something valuable.
I abandoned my measure and came back to the zone I was born in. Here I founded a herders cooperative by turning raw materials into valuable products. Herders are expanding their source of income.
One of the initiatives that Tsogtbaatar undertook was yak wool manufacturing. Normally, the down fiber of the yak is not considered as fine wool, but Tsogtbaatar learned that yak down fiber can be used in the same fashion as goat cashmere. Back in 2005, there was almost no company that manufactured products from yak down fiber. Then he started manufacturing it and supplied a cashmere factory. At first, he sold 1 kilogram of yak down fiber for 1,000 tugruk. Now the price has reached about 20,000 tugruk.
Consumers love the products made with the yak down fiber. Especially overseas orders are increasing, including from Russia, Kazakhstan, as well as European countries.
It's been 16 years since he stepped into the manufacturing business. Through his actions, Tsogtbaatar is now also opening doors for other herders and giving them the idea of turning animal products into a valuable source of livelihood. Judoka Tsogtbaatar won the bronze medal in the 73 kilograms category and brought the second medal to the Mongolian national team. He won the Olympic bronze medal by defeating Arthur Margalitan of Canada. Mongolian judokas have won 10 medals at the Olympic Games, making this the most medal-earned sport. Freestyle wrestlers have won 9 medals and boxers 7. In the first round, Hatch defeated Prisa Aviti Alcaraz from Mexico and reached the quarterfinals. In the next round, she will face Brazilian Kathleen Quadros. Anotar and Davajo experienced the 47th firing line. In this exercise, after the teams have completed 3 series, the top 8 teams compete in the next round. Our 2 young shooters took 13th place with a total score of 571 points. India 582, Russia 581, China 581, Ukraine 580, Serbia 577, and Australia 576.
And here's the weather forecast for the world's major cities. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you on Wednesday with more stories and updates. Please follow MNB World on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Have a nice day. Goodbye.